As you can see behind me, my solar array got damaged. One panel flew off in a severe storm and busted up 3 other ones on its way by. So I'm going to end up replacing all of them. There's probably some life in 3 of the panels, those 3 on top, and this one over here on the bottom looks like it's undamaged. But these other 3, like this one here on top, that one's got a hole in it, cracked glass. This one's all cracked glass, and this one over here, there's another one, hole damaged, buckled and cracked glass. And plus the one that flew off, that one's completely out of commission over there. So I couldn't find any panels the exact same size. So I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different. I found some that are about the same width, but they're a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna end up doing, I can get 5 panels across the top again, but only 2 down here. Now the panels put out a little bit more than these, each one, but then it'll be 1 less than these. So it's going to be close to the same, but probably be a little bit more too. And the inverter over there is undamaged, the 3 kilowatt. So we'll still be under 3 kilowatt grid tie. But I got to take all these off now, and I'm going to have to adjust the framing some too. Now these are the solar panels I'll be using to replace the other ones. Got these from Signature Solar, and actually they're a pretty good deal. They're like about $95 a piece, which is pretty inexpensive, I thought. But then for here, they get you on shipping. I had to pay like $350 to get these shipped from Texas up to here. And these are UL listed ones. Let's check the voltage on them. They're pretty good. And they got real short leads on here, so I guess it's just right over to the next one. Since I can only use the two panels on the lower part, it's not uniform. It looks a little bit dumb, but it's all connected up. The inverter was perfectly fine. I never even had to open it up. It was just a matter of plugging them back together, putting a few zip ties on there, and I had to go around and just attach the ground connection to each one, just using the same wire. And I did have to extend these supports a little bit before they're back up here, so I had to add about a foot there, and I just put this wood on the bottom here so I'll be able to lean a step ladder or some kind of ladder up against there if I need to clean snow off or something. I need to get up a little bit higher, but everything's all connected and working. Got about 746 watts right now. Early morning yet. I'm not sure what the maximum will be. Somewhere, I guess according to the panel rating, it'd be somewhere around 2,700 watts. Where's your... Yeah, it's a 395 watt panel. That's why I can only use 7 of them, because this is a 3 kilowatt inverter. So I don't know what the inspector has to say yet, because he hasn't called me back, but just have to wait and find out. Before the storm, the original equipment was working good and would probably had itself paid for in about 1 more year, which was actually a little bit ahead of schedule. But now with the loss, we kind of have a setback of probably about 3 years before we get paid off. And the reason is because the insurance company wouldn't cover the loss of the solar panels. There was some fine print in our policy, like on page 15 that one of the adjusters seen, I didn't know about, where it says that the loss through wind and hail of solar panels or aluminum frames, carports, is not going to be covered by the policy. So that's why it's going to set us back probably like maybe another 3 years. It all depends on how well these solar panels do. I'll have to keep checking on them, see how much they're putting out. The original payoff time was right around 6.5 years, and we were going to make it under that. But now we're kind of looking at maybe 9 years. And all I can say is, if you got an insurance policy, you better double check it, all the fine print, to make sure it's covered for wind and hail. I know we're covered for liability because we have the agreement with the electric co-op, and I think it's covered for fire, but not wind and hail. So it was pretty much useless, our insurance, when it came to any claim on here. And when you're looking at the payoff time, if you had to hire a contractor to put this in, it'd be quite a bit more, and I would hesitate to even put it in then. But when you can do everything yourself, it takes some work, but if you can do it yourself, I still think it's worth it. With the original installation, we got a tax credit. That was for the year 2019, and that's kind of how it brought it down to like a 6.5 year payoff time. Now I'm sure it's a little bit more. I think 2025 is the last year for tax credits. I'm not sure if we're going to get a tax credit for the replacement panels or not, but we'll find out next tax time. Anyway, I'd like to thank all the viewers who showed interest in this and taking the time to watch the video.